Academy Commander of the Ben Clark Training Center. I'd like to welcome everybody to this evening's graduation of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department Basic Peace Officer Academy, Class 214. Tonight represents the payoff for the hard work and dedication put forth by each of the recruits. I would now like to acknowledge the Academy staff who have worked so hard with this class. From the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, from right to left, Sergeant Sakem, EMC Smith. Master Investigator, Tim Cleary. Corporal Tim Dunlap. Corporal Edward Chacon. Deputy Evan Stavness. Deputy Alicia Espinoza Martinez. And Deputy Josh Osteen. Thank you, TAC staff, for your hard work and dedication. I'm sure all of you are wondering what your loved ones have been doing these past 6 months. I can assure each of you that they put in a heck of a lot of hard work and at times even had a little fun. Class 214 has prepared a video to give everybody a glimpse into some of the highlights of their training over those 6 months. We hope you enjoy the video as much as we know they enjoyed making it. Please roll the video of Class 214.
And America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
To all the moms and dads out there, wives, husbands, no recruit was injured during pepper spray day. But recruit Lusk did find out he and pepper spray were not friends. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can please stand. Let's welcome Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Basic Academy, Class 214. Sergeant Ian Cesoneth, present your class.
Please just show back up. He's getting dressed as we speak. But they're trying to work it out with Paul.
You and I will be on stage together, and so just give me a heads up.
Yes, sir.
May be here. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the invocation, presentation of colors, Pledge of Allegiance, and National Anthem. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage Chaplain Thimba Mazizi of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, who will be leading us in this evening's invocation.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, we present the 214 Academy graduating class to you for consecration and blessing. These graduates believe that they were created for service, and thus they are committed to serve with excellence. Help them, dear Lord, to realize their motto as they strive to live by their code of ethics, to serve the community, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all to liberty, equality, and justice. May you help them, dear Lord, to always remember that the badge they carry is a symbol of public faith, and that they carry it as a public trust to be held so long as they remain true to the ethics of law enforcement. We pray, dear Lord, that they will work well with their chain of command and be an invaluable asset to the department. May you be ever present to protect these graduates and their families and all other peace officers as they work in hostile and dangerous conditions. In your most holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. While presenting the flag of the United States and during the Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem, it's appropriate and lawful that all citizens stand and place their right hand over their heart while facing the flag. Those in uniform, in compliance with federal law and in grateful honor for what the flag represents, are to render a military salute and remain silent. Uniformed personnel, when the color guard gives the command, present arms, please render the appropriate salute during the Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem. After the pledge and National Anthem, the color guard will give you the command, order arms, at which time you may stop saluting. Those in civilian attire can remove their hand from their heart at that time. Leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening will be Moreno Valley College Dean of Instruction, Dr. Kevin Stewart. Singing the National Anthem will be Riverside County Sheriff's Department 911 Communications Officer, Becky McIntyre.
Good evening. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Go. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Dr. Stewart and Ms. McIntyre. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Class 214, take your seats. At this time, I'd like to introduce our honored guests and ask them to please stand as I read their names. From Moreno Valley College, just helped me out, Dr. Kevin Stewart. From the Imperial County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Raymond Loera. From the Inyo County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Eric Pritchard. From the Colton Police Department, Chief of Police Henry Dominguez. From the Desert Hot Springs Police Department, Deputy Chief Stephen Shaw. From the Indio Police Department, Chief of Police Michael Washburn. From the Ridgecrest Police Department, Chief of Police Jed McLaughlin. From the San Bernardino Police Department, Chief of Police Darren Goodman. From the Riverside Sheriff's Association, Executive Director Dave Brown. And from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Chad Bianco. Under Sheriff Donald Sharp. Assistant Sheriff David Lulliver. Assistant Sheriff Edward Delgado. Assistant Sheriff Matthew Jimenez. Chief Deputy Herman Lopez. Chief Deputy Paul Bennett. Chief Deputy Misty Reynolds. Chief Deputy Joseph Belli. And Correctional Chief Deputy James Kratchmer. Thank you for your attendance. You know, this graduation is the culmination of 26 weeks of intensive training that include nearly 1,000 hours of instruction. The recruits seated before you have been instructed in diverse areas of criminal law, community policing, physical fitness, as you saw, patrol techniques, firearms, defense tactics, the list could go on and on. To make the formal presentation of the 214th Basic Academy, I'd like to introduce what would be the drill instructor of Class 214, Sergeant Sakam E.M. Ceasoneth from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Sergeant E.M. Ceasoneth is called the Academy's Basic Course Coordinator. Throughout the Academy, he becomes a tutor, disciplinarian, and mentor to our recruits. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce Sergeant E.M.C. Smith.
Thank you, Captain Peterson, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests. It's an exciting evening for Class 214 today. I can assure you, success in the Basic Academy is only achieved through preparation, commitment, and perseverance. It is extremely important that each recruit in their academy do their best to be present on a daily basis, which is not an easy task, considering sickness and injuries are both constant possibilities. Therefore, the Academy staff would like to thank these recruits for their hard work and dedication. We also appreciate those recruits who volunteer for class committees and other various details. Also, along with Class 214, we would like to thank you, the family members and friends, for your patience, understanding, and most importantly, your support for your loved ones throughout this journey. Give it up for the family members. Law enforcement is a rewarding and challenging career. Many dedicated men and women have paid the ultimate price while serving their communities. Nonetheless, before anyone can be entrusted with this awesome privilege, the road starts here with the Basic Academy. During the past 26 weeks, bodies have been strengthened, maturity has emerged, minds are more focused, self-reliance has grown, and the bond of this profession has been created. The Riverside County Sheriff's Academy demands a standard of excellence. We accomplish this through structured discipline and implementing stress tolerance, thereby equipping each recruit with the ability to perform under demanding conditions and to carry out their duties with a newfound level of enthusiasm. So, I say with confidence, the recruits in this class have developed the necessary leadership skills to succeed as law enforcement officers. During their time in the academy, recruits from Class 214 had the chance and experience the satisfaction and fulfillment that comes along with serving their community and volunteering their time for a worthy cause. On May 21st, Class 214 participated in a 38th annual Riverside County Peace Officers Memorial Run. Class 214 came together, running in formation and attending the post-run ceremony to honor the men and women in law enforcement who have paid the ultimate sacrifice within Riverside County. On May 29th, Class 214 assisted a United States Marine Corps veteran, 74 years old, Tim Sasak of Menifee, in brush clearing for fire compliance on his 2-acre property. Tim was referred by the California Department of Veterans Affairs. Tim is a Purple Heart recipient and a Vietnam veteran. Class 214 removed and hauled away brush, as well as installed a flagpole and a United States flag in Tim's front yard. On July 28th, Class 214 helped support Olive Crest Back to School Drive. Olive Crest is dedicated to preventing child abuse by strengthening, equipping, and restoring children and families in crisis. Recruits from Class 214 came together to purchase backpacks containing essential school supply items and gift cards for children in need. Also, on August 5th, the Riverside Police Department lost Sergeant Matt Lewis to an off-duty vehicle collision. The Riverside Police Department is a very important piece of this academy, and Sergeant Lewis's death affected this class. To show their support, Class 214 raised and donated $1,000 to Sergeant Lewis's family. These are awesome examples of giving back to the community. Now I think that's a worthy of applause. Let's give them a hand. During the initial planning phases for the academy, there are hundreds of applicants who apply, and there were 71 recruits selected to start the 214th Basic Academy. Over the course of the last 26 weeks, that number has been reduced to the 60 recruits sitting here tonight. As I look at them here tonight and compare them to the recruits we saw on March 22nd, it is very clear you finally accepted the training. I'm extremely proud of this class and the accomplishments they have made during this academy. Hoorah, Class 214. And with that said, Sheriff Bianco, department heads, and representatives of the Moreno Valley College, it is my honor hereby certify that the recruits of the Basic Academy Class 214 have met all the requirements as set forth by the California Commissions of Peace Officer Standards and Training and by the Moreno Valley College and are therefore qualified to graduate. I would now like to introduce Class 214's class president, recruit Joshua Flores. Joshua is 36 years old from Riverside and is employed by the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Joshua attended Hoopa Valley High School, where he played on the varsity football team. After graduating high school in 2004, Joshua continued his education, attending schooling at Riverside Community College, the University of California, Riverside, and the California Baptist University, where he ultimately completed his bachelor's degree in computer information technology in 2014. In 2018, he was hired by the Riverside County Sheriff's Department as an information technology use report technician by our Technical Services Bureau. He held that position for more than 3 years, where he met, interacted with, and became influenced by the great men and women of our department to follow a calling and be accepted into the 214th Basic Academy. In his free time, Joshua enjoys spending time with his daughter, going on camping trips, the beach, Dodgers games, and continuing lifetime fitness with running and hiking. Joshua's integrity, leadership, and professionalism are without question, hereby affirming Class 214's decision to elect him as their leader. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the president of Class 214, recruit Joshua Flores.
Thank you, Sergeant E.M. Smith. Good evening, family, friends, Sheriff Bianco, and other distinguished guests. Thank you for being here today to celebrate the Riverside County Sheriff Department's 214th Basic Academy graduation. I'm humbled to be standing here before you today, not only to graduate as law enforcement officer, but to represent Class 214. Thank you, Class 214, for the opportunity to take the ship's helm, guide the class to the finish of one of the most memorable experiences in our life, and to begin a profound and rewarding career. It's been an honor and a privilege to share these experiences and memories with you all. Your passion, your dedication to succeed, and your success has shown you possess a great deal of hard work, sacrifice, and commitment to the success of your careers in law enforcement. We have had a long road together, and I can honestly say we are better today than we were when we started in March. Before I take you through the journey that got us here, we'd like to thank all of those who made this achievement possible. Thank you to our TAC staff for their guidance, support, and time that they dedicated to us. Each staff member is the epitome of the department's core values: integrity, loyalty, professionalism, and leadership. They truly embody the type of person we aspire to be like in both our personal and professional lives. We would like to thank Sergeant E.M. Smith for greeting us each day and asking if we were motivated and dedicated. Master Investigator Cleary for being a father figure and roasting us with the best jokes. Corporal Chacon for his race to see how fast we could complete a set of burpees. Corporal Dunlap for always encouraging and providing valuable feedback when we needed it the most. Captain America, Deputy Stavnis, for his unmatched charisma and athleticism. Deputy Espinosa Martinez for motivating us to find our why we're here, why we chose to do this. And Deputy Osteen for his positivity and providing to our success. Thank you all for spending the last 6 months with us and giving us memories to last a lifetime. You helped mold the 60 of us up here tonight into a team of committed and hardworking individuals, forever changing our lives and empowering us with the skills needed for the next chapter on the journey we are about to embark. Class 214 started with a mixture of people from different walks of life. We had prior correctional deputies, community service officers, a dispatcher, security personnel, baristas, construction workers, warehouse workers, people from all walks of life. We all came from different backgrounds, but one thing we had in common was the desire to help others and become law enforcement officers. During our orientation 6 months ago in March, we were taught a lesson in what it means to be devoted and dedicated to something you're passionate about. We learned the significance of burning the ships and committing to something wholeheartedly, but it was a lesson we needed to put into practice to really understand the meaning of it. 11 days later, on March 22nd, 2022, we gathered around in a dirt parking lot in anticipation to be introduced to what life in the academy would be like for the next 26 weeks. It is a day we'll hold on to for the rest of our lives. Just as you saw in our class video earlier, many of us watched the class videos of other academies prior to us and saw what day one would be like. But nothing could prepare you for the feeling and the thoughts that overcome you while standing there at attention. First, you see red and blue lights coming at you from every direction. You hear sirens in the distance approaching you. And then finally, tax staff comes in eager to see who came ready to give everything that they have. Standing there, you're surrounded by 70 other recruits, some of whom you've never met before, some with patches you've never heard of, all of which were about to embark on the same journey but needed to prove we were 100% on board with where the ship was headed. It was a humbling experience to say the least, but it was the first of many tests on this voyage that would ultimately bring us together and make us stronger individuals for a successful future. Before we could even catch our breaths and recover from an eventful day one, First Friday arrived rapidly, and once again we were tested for our commitment to pursue a career in law enforcement. The ship we boarded just a few days prior had set sail and was in full motion, taking those who were prepared to endure the rough waters ahead. First Friday tested our will, our desire, our strength, and our passion. While we were still figuring out how to manage all the new things life in the academy brought, simple things like remembering what uniforms to bring, how to hold a baton, or something like remembering who stood next to you in formation didn't seem so simple anymore. Our senior class from 213 showed us on First Friday how fierce and coordinated we could become when we all worked together in unison. It was on this day we received our guidon to lead our class to success. This symbolized our class having received the torch and continue the traditions from classes before us to come together and operate as a well-oiled machine. The following week introduced us to defensive tactics, and we began the physical training program by learning the various exercises we would learn to love for the months to come. During the second week, we started to collect ourselves from the week prior by coming together. We were now building bonds with familiar faces we saw each and every day and helping each other out. This week, we also became closer with tax staff who gave us their undivided attention when the senior class graduated, which left us as the only academy at the training center. This newfound bond posed the question if we could show our cohesiveness by updating the rocks in front of the classroom to represent our academy class 214. Before the week was over, our integrity was tested with a lesson on the importance of patience and understanding that good things come to those who wait. With each new week passing, we felt like we were taking a step in the right direction, but then we would find ourselves taking 2 steps backwards. Eventually, we found ourselves behaving less like a class and more like a mob, returning back to where it all started in day one, in the dirt. As the academy progressed, we started getting into the fun stuff. And just like the name says, we had Friday fun runs at different locations throughout the county. Those runs took us along canals, through tree groves, up and over mountains, around lakes, and tours through downtown Riverside. We started going to the range more regularly. We dedicated time for serving our community, and we even got to spend a couple of days out by the pool. These summer bods, and you for some, had stepped up to the demands of the physical training we were going through. But as we started to get used to the aches and soreness, the PT program also stepped up to ensure we were still being challenged. Additional challenges we faced regularly were the tests and that came with the various learning domains we covered, defensive tactics, and testing our understanding of 10 codes, 11 codes, penal codes, and the code of ethics. Every day we were learning something new related to law enforcement, but without knowing it, we were also learning how to work under stress, how to adapt to our surroundings, time management, and how to be safer officers for ourselves and for our partners. We knew we were sailing in the right direction each time we passed the RBC tests. We worked together to help one another out so no one would be left behind. We worked towards proving our class was working in unison. Eventually, we'd earn our spot back on the concrete. And I kid you not, that slab of concrete felt like the most comfiest, coziest bed ever after having spent weeks laying in dirt, rocks, and dust. After academic testing was complete, we faced our final PT test, which was to have the entire class complete the 1.5 miles in under 12 minutes. I'm proud to say that not only did we destroy that challenge, but we beat the overall record of the fastest class with everyone coming in under 11 minutes and 25 seconds. But like all victories, it was short-lived, and we were met with defensive tactics in an obstacle called the will to survive. This test required us to implement all the techniques we had learned over the last 18 weeks and to push ourselves to our limits, both physically and mentally. After encountering and overcoming each of these obstacles, Class 214 grew stronger together, and it was clear to see we were here to stay. We were fired up to tackle the next challenges we faced and set that flame to the ships we rode in on, knowing there was only one direction we were headed, which brings us here before you all tonight on this stage. Every graduating class leaves a gift for future classes as a reminder of who they were and to inspire other classes to their success. After seeing our ships burned completely, we sifted through the ashes to find a round brass, shiny object still in its remains. Still fixed to that was the helm of a ship, the steering wheel you would typically see on an old wooden ship. Sure, it was charred and it looked like it had just been through a fire, but so too had we. What began as a class full of people wondering if we could endure the next 6 months had to offer into a forged team by the same fire and shaped into a strong, resilient men and women who were not afraid of adversity, willing to overcome the challenges brought upon us. The helm we salvaged serves as a reminder that in order to overcome some of life's greatest challenges, you need to make the move forward, commit to that decision, and not look back. This gift will always remain a part of the training center, but to us it symbolizes something more, something we can all use, whether you're a former, current, or future recruit, whether you're in law enforcement or not. If you're someone's mother, father, son, daughter, grandparent, a friend, a teacher, a nurse, a doctor, a warehouse worker, working in construction, or working in a restaurant, think of it as a guide to steer you back on course when you start to question yourself about life's obstacles and where you're headed. Those moments when you need something to help you get back up and get going. It can be used as a reminder that drives you every morning when you wake up to be 1% better than you were the day before, and remind you of the sacrifices that you make now will be worth it in the end. In its entirety, we spent over half a year together, hundreds of days, thousands of hours, which brought us to build an unbreakable bond and camaraderie necessary to overcome the challenges in the academy. Whether we pushed each other for friendly competition or provided a shoulder for someone when times got tough, I can honestly say I'm proud of each and every one of you up here, and I'm grateful to call you my brothers and sisters. Words cannot express my gratitude and appreciation for the motivation you gave me to push through the hard times. This journey was fought long and hard. 214, it's now our time to accept what we worked for and take the next step in our careers. In closing, we would like to give credit where credit is due in this notable achievement. We sincerely want to give thanks to Sheriff Bianco and our distinguished guests for giving us the opportunity to pursue an esteemed career. Thank you to Captain Peterson, Lieutenant Wolf, and TAC staff for transforming us into fierce men and women. Thank you to all the physical training staff, defensive tactics staff, range staff, EVOC staff, instructors, role players, and everyone behind the scenes for training and providing us with the knowledge needed to be safe and have long and prosperous careers in law enforcement. Thank you to our Vice President, Jonathan Hamilton, for guiding the class in the right direction since day one. Thank you to all present and former squad leaders and duty officers for taking charge and ensuring in our success. We must give a special thank you to all the friends and family that supported us over the past 6 months and making your own sacrifices, being a listening ear for us to vent to, providing love and support, comforting us, feeding us, reminding us we were never alone and never will be alone in this journey. Finally, we would like to thank all the current men and women in uniform. All of us in Class 214 look forward to serving beside you in the future. Class 214, created for service, committed to excellence. Hoorah!
Thank you, Recruit Flores. We're honored this evening to have as our keynote speaker Chief Deputy Herman Lopez from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Chief Deputy Lopez has been with our department for 25 years, starting with the department in 1997. Worked various stations, assignments all throughout the county while moving up the ranks. In December of 21, Chief Deputy Lopez was appointed to his current rank by Sheriff Bianco. Please join me in welcoming Chief Deputy Herman Lopez for our keynote speech tonight.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'll only need about 45 minutes of your undivided attention. I'm kidding. Good evening, family, friends, dignitaries, and first responders. I want to welcome everyone to this very special evening where we welcome 60 new members to the law enforcement family. This evening is special for each one of the recruits, but it's not special for them alone, as this is a time in their lives which required the support, patience, and commitment from their family and close friends. Just as each recruit faced new schedules, challenges, and stressors, all of you face those same disruptions in your lives that you knew prior to the academy. Without you, none of this would be possible. I ask that each of you who supported these men and women take as much pride in their accomplishment as they do, for this journey has not been taken alone. The support and encouragement has not been extended only for these past 6 months, but for years leading up to this day. In the audience, we have parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, teachers and mentors who have instilled the qualities that have made each of these men and women want to serve their communities and face new challenges. Some in the group I just mentioned are in the law enforcement profession, yet others are not. But they serve the community in other ways, in a variety of jobs and professions. Regardless, you have helped mold the future, you have helped mold the future of law enforcement professionals that you see before you tonight. I submit to you the success to this point and beyond is a direct result of the lessons taught, the examples set, and the love and patience of family and close friends. I congratulate and thank each one of you. Now I would like to address Class 214. Class, as you embark in this new chapter of your life, remember your family and loved ones who were there for you before you began this process. They will be the ones who will be there through the many years to come and into your retirement. Remember to balance work and family, and thank your loved ones for maintaining the normalcy in your homes when duty calls on weekends, nights, and holidays. When you arrive home after your shift, remember to thank your family, for this journey is one seldom taken alone. Class, in a few minutes, you'll be sworn in as California's newest law enforcement professionals. In the days that follow, you will deploy to your respective stations, armed with the training and knowledge passed on to you by your TAC staff, trainers, and instructors. Over the course of your careers, you'll be recipients of advanced training and on-the-job experience. You will undoubtedly encounter new and amended laws, research, and policies that at times will assist you in your mission, and yet other times will provide for additional challenges in providing public safety. Regardless of these challenges, I ask that you remember this night. Remember your purpose in life, and remember the oath you will swear to. Keep in mind that you have been blessed with both the willingness and the ability to serve our communities. Maintain intolerance for misconduct, and let your actions be guided by ethics, integrity, and loyalty. For these are qualities that cannot be compromised. Among your many challenges will be to keep focused on your mission and purpose in being entrusted with the honor and privilege to be a peace officer. Throughout your career, especially in those low points, which unfortunately there will be some, ask yourself, what is my purpose in life? Is there someone I can help today? Is there a way I can make the world around me better? I submit to you the answer will always be yes. I can make the world around me better. You will make it better by showing compassion for victims of crime, balancing advocacy with inquiry, and firmness with fairness. At times it may seem to you there are incompatible forces existing simultaneously in our communities. In my over 25 years as a deputy sheriff, I can tell you that that is not the case. The truth is that although there are many among us in society who wish to harm and victimize others, the overwhelming majority of people want nothing more but to live prosperous and peaceful lives, to enjoy their families, the fruits of their labor, and the peace that you will provide. Your mission is to stand on that imaginary line and provide that peace of mind. Provide that security and safety against all those who wish not to abide by the rules of our society. And let it be clear to all those who seek to disrupt peace and the safety that they will have to contend with the brave men and women who have made the conscious decision to put service above self. In the years to come, you will be faced with scenarios in which your decisions will affect your lives, your career, and as a result, your livelihood and your family, reputation and inner peace. You will be challenged, you will be tempted, and you will encounter trying situations. My challenge to you as a law enforcement veteran is to find a way to prioritize service above self each day. My request of you as a citizen of Riverside County, as a father, and as a neighbor is to approach your duties with compassion. Carry on with your duty equitably, always keeping in mind the foundation provided to you by your family and your community. When you keep yourself grounded, do the right things for all the right reasons, and abide by your oath, you will be successful. You will have peace of mind, and you will have accomplished your mission of service to our county, to our communities, and to our families. Class 214, I congratulate you on your accomplishment. God bless.
Thank you, Chief. We will now conduct the badge pinning ceremony and issue the Academy diplomas to the recruits. We certainly invite you to celebrate your loved one's accomplishments. Feel free to applaud and cheer. Let them know you're out there. I'd like to, in fact, invite the family members of each of our graduates to come forward and take photographs during this portion of the ceremony. You may come up to the front of the stage when your family or loved one's being pinned right off to my left. I do ask that you wait until your loved one stands up before you make your way up, as I'll have staff standing by to assist in the process. After you've taken your pictures, if you could, clear the way for the next. If you are pinning a badge on a recruit, please make your way to the stairs at my right, your left at this time. I would also like to invite Moreno Valley College, Dr. Stewart, back to the stage to help me present the Academy diplomas to the recruits. Up first tonight, we have the Colton Police Department. Right up there. Yeah. For 214, first up tonight, Officer Felipe Leyva. Thank you, Chief Dominguez. Up next, we have Desert Hot Springs. Making the badge presentation, Deputy Chief Stephen Shaw. Officer George Bailey. Thank you, Deputy Chief Shaw. Appreciate it. Up next, Imperial County Sheriff. For the badge presentation, Sheriff Raymond Loera. First up for them, Deputy Luis Lizarraga. Up next, Deputy Denzel Marmolejo. Thank you, Sheriff. Up next, Indio Police Department. For the badge presentation, Chief Mike Washburn. First up, Officer Samuel Chavez. Up next, Officer Benjamin Moran. Pinning the badge will be his mentor, Detective Gutierrez of the Indio Police Department. Officer Saul Sandoval. Thank you, Chief. Up next, the Inyo County Sheriff's Department. Making their badge presentation, Sheriff Eric Pritchard. We have Deputy Matthew Doomer. Pinning the badge with the sheriff will be his brother-in-law, Doug Shesher. Thank you, gentlemen. Up next, the Ridgecrest Police Department. Making the badge presentation, Chief Jed McLaughlin. First up, Officer Bryce Benitez. Next up, Officer Jeremiah Lloyd. Pinning the badge will be his brother, Sergeant Nathan Lloyd. Good, good. Thank you, gentlemen. Up next, the San Bernardino Police Department. For the badge presentation, Chief of Police Darren Goodman. This evening we have Officer Long Ho. Pinning the badge with the Chief will be his mentor, Officer Jennifer Marino. Thanks, Chief. Thanks, Jennifer. Up next, Riverside County Sheriff. Making the badge presentation, Sheriff Bianco. First up for us, Deputy Julian Antonison. Yep. Adding in will be his father, Andrew, from the State of California Department of Social Services. Up next, Deputy Fernando Anzaldo. Pinning the badge will be his mentor, Master Investigator Tim Cleary. Deputy Arman Eslanian. Deputy Edwin Cathy. Deputy Christopher Chapman. Pinning the badge will be his father, Officer Matt Chapman of the Highway Patrol. Deputy Austin Cook. Cook, that's the first time you've smiled in 6 months. That was well done. Deputy Bryce Cooper Jr. Pinning the badge will be his father, Bryce Cooper Sr. of the Sheriff's Department. Deputy Andrew Davidson. Deputy Veronica Diaz. Deputy Joseph Domagala. Deputy Juan Durantes. Deputy Tyler Ebersole. Pinning the badge will be his wife, Correctional Corporal Tara Ebersole of the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Yep. Deputy Alexis Estrada. Pinning the badge will be her brother, Officer Jorge Estrada of the Riverside Police Department. Deputy Joshua Flores. Pinning the badge will be Sergeant Miguel Ramos of the Riverside Sheriff's Department, his mentor. Deputy Anthony Gokin. Deputy Keith Granados. Deputy Jesse Green. Deputy Jordan Grossa. Deputy Jonathan Hamilton. Pinning the badge will be his mentor, Correctional Sergeant Stephen Pecoraro of the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Deputy Cameron Hibbler. Pinning the badge will be his father, Lieutenant Howard Hibbler of the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Deputy Angel Antonio Howdigi. Pinning the badge will be his mentor, Deputy Evan Stavnis of the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Well done for knowing that. Deputy Miguel Laguna Almira. Deputy Leander Langford. Pinning the badge will be his mentor, Correctional Deputy Dagoberto Martinez of the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Deputy Jimmy Leanos Jr. Deputy Gabriel Lewis. Deputy Tyler Linton. Deputy Jose Luis Lopez Moreno. Deputy Kyle Lusk. Pinning the badge will be his mentor, retired Lieutenant Tyler Clark of the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Deputy Gabriel Macias. Pinning the badge, his mentor, Deputy Stavnis of the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Deputy Mario Mancias Lopez. Deputy Mallory Maragno. Deputy Alberto Martinez Alonso. Deputy Isaiah Miller. Pinning the badge will be his father, CDC parole agent Bernard Miller. Deputy Sean Neff. Deputy Alexander Peraldi. Deputy Gabriel Porras. Pinning the badge on Deputy Porras will be his brother-in-law, Deputy Brandon Nunez of the LA Sheriff's Department. Deputy Brandon Price. Deputy Daniel Polito. Deputy Alex Regalado. Pinning the badge will be his mentor, retired Master Investigator Gary Bowen of the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Deputy Alexis Sanchez. Pinning the badge will be his mentor, Sergeant Adam Ball, the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Deputy Matthew Sheehan. Deputy Randy Stapleton, Jr. Deputy John Uzelton. Pinning the badge will be his cousin, Officer Claudia Gallardo of the Riverside Police Department. Thank you. Deputy Samantha Valle. Pinning the badge will be her brother-in-law, Officer Anthony Cromwell of the Azusa Police Department. Deputy Fernando Vasquez. Pinning the badge, his mentor, Correctional Sergeant Shari Harris of the Riverside Sheriff's Department. Deputy Eric Vega. Pinning the badge, his mentor, Sergeant Ramos. Deputy Brian Villa. Deputy Sergio Raymond Zacharias. And lastly, Deputy Anthony Zamora. If we could give all of 214 a solid round of applause. We would now like to present the Basic Academy Special Awards, the ones the kids are often waiting on. The Academy very appropriately acknowledges superior achievement within our class and academy. Our special awards are presented for top recruits in areas of academics, physical training, scenario testing, report writing, firearms, and top overall. First award tonight, top academic performer. This recruit had an outstanding academic average of 94% over 6 months. It's hard to do. Receiving that award tonight from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Deputy Mario Mancias. Next up, top physical fitness. This recruit posted a perfect 100% over the 6-month period. It's fantastic. Tonight, receiving the award for top physical fitness from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Deputy Gabriel Macias. Next up, top scenario testing. This testing involves real-life situations, live role players. We actually have 2 recipients tonight. As this never happens for us, they both tied for 100% across all scenario testing. Up first, from the Ridgecrest Police Department, Officer Jeremiah Lloyd. And also receiving the award from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Deputy Tyler Ebersole. Next up, top report writer. We spend a massive amount of time in this profession writing. So the recruit who got this award, truly deserving, over a 6-month period held a 96.5% in all of their writings. It's exceptional. Getting the award tonight from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Deputy Austin Cook. Next up, Top Gun. This recruit had a combined score across the academy between handgun and shotgun of 100%. Receiving the Top Gun award for the 214 Basic Academy, Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Deputy Alexander Peraldi. Top overall. This award goes to the recruit with the highest average combined scores across academics, physical training, scenario testing, firearms, and report writing. This recruit had an overall score of 95% carried throughout the entire 6 months. Extremely hard to do. From the Riverside Sheriff's Department, receiving that award tonight, top overall, Deputy Julian Antonison. Next up, our Cato Award. This is presented on behalf of the California Academy Directors Association. This association represents the 39 basic peace officer academies throughout the state. CATA believes it's important to acknowledge academy recruits in each class who have been an inspirational role model to the other recruits. Making this award more distinctive is the fact that the recipient is nominated by their peers. Receiving the Cato Award for the 214th Basic Academy, Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Deputy Jonathan Hamilton. And our final award tonight, it's a piece of Riverside Sheriff history, the James B. Evans Award. On May 9th, 1980, Deputy Evans responded with numerous other local law enforcement officers to our now infamous Norco bank robbery, which took place at the Security Pacific Bank in Norco. During an ensuing vehicle pursuit and exchange of gunfire with multiple robbery suspects, Deputy Evans was fatally wounded. At the time of his death, Deputy Evans held a bachelor's degree from Cal Baptist University and had completed all of the academic requirements for a master's degree in business from the University of Southern California. He was scheduled to graduate, in fact, the following month. Deputy Evans worked diligently to achieve his educational goals because he understood the importance of higher education with regard to our law enforcement profession, as well as that career development piece that we're always searching for. Based on the foregoing, it was appropriate the award be established to honor and pay tribute to his memory for the service of his community and at the same time furthering the Deputy Evans's core belief of higher education as a means to advance the overall effectiveness of our law enforcement profession. The James B. Evans Achievement Award, which includes a $1,000 scholarship, is awarded to an Academy graduate who has received the highest academic score in his or her graduating class and has committed within 6 months to enroll in a qualified undergraduate degree program. Presenting the award tonight, Riverside Sheriff's Association Executive Director Dave Brown. For the 214 Basic Deputy Academy, the recipient of the James B. Evans Award is presented to Riverside County Sheriff's Deputy Tyler Lenton. Let's give all of 214 one final round of applause. Job well done. If we could please welcome back to the stage Communications Officer Becky McIntyre to sing God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Outstanding job, Becky. Thank you so much. The state of California requires that each recruit take an oath to support the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics. The recruits of the 214th Basic Academy have memorized this code. We invite all sworn personnel in the audience to stand and reaffirm the Code of Ethics with the graduates. Leading Class 214 in the Code of Ethics this evening will be the Academy Coordinator, Sergeant EMC Smith. That was Basic Academy Class 215, paying tribute to their senior class. Basic Academy Class 215 is scheduled to graduate February of 23. Thank you, Class 215. To my audience, you may be seated. As we close tonight's graduation ceremony, I'd like to thank Chaplain Mazizi and the members of our Color Guard, which was made up of peace officers from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. I'd also like to thank the Moreno Valley College administrative staff for their continued support of our program. The Academy staff would sincerely like to thank the families of the 214. Without your support, none of this would have been possible. I'd like to thank the University of California Riverside Pipe Band for their appearance. The tradition of piping and drumming began on the battlefields of Ireland and Scotland to lead soldiers into battle. Today, this tradition has been continued in ceremonies honoring peace officers as they fight the good fight against crime in our communities. To my staff, thank you very much. Without your sacrifice and dedication, none of this would be possible. And lastly, Class 214. Your dedication and hard work has paid off, and it certainly showed to me and our staff. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, that concludes our ceremony. Please allow the graduates time to exit and welcome them outside. For families and friends of the graduating Riverside Sheriff's Department members, your loved ones will be immediately returning to the stage where Sheriff Bianco will conduct the swearing-in ceremony. You're certainly invited to remain in the auditorium for this. Sergeant EMC Smith, for the last time, you may now dismiss your class.
Class 214, final time. Dismiss. Class 214, great for service to Mid-Texas. Hoorah!
Very good. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter, so help me God. Welcome to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department.